Hello friends, welcome back to our channel AK Gardening Passion. Friends, looking at thumbnail, you know the video is on turtle vine plant. So let's get started. But before starting the actual video, if you have not subscribed AK Gardening Passion channel yet, then subscribe AK Gardening Passion channel and turn the settings to all so that you will get the latest notifications from the channel, and don't forget to like and share the videos. Friends, flower plants adds beauty to your gardens by flowering, but the foliage plants adds beauty to your gardens as well as indoors by adding a lush greenery to your space by its foliage. Friends, turtle vine is a creeping plant which is a succulent, and it has two varieties of two colors. The variety in this video is one of the variety in which the leaves are more thick and fleshy, which has no much leaves, and the other variety with green foliage has delicate stem part and small and overcrowded leaves, which looks more bushier than this variety. Also, one more variety of turtle vine is known as Bolivian Jew, which has somewhat different growth, and the color of the foliage is also greenish upside and underside of the leaf is purplish in color. Both the varieties looks very beautiful in hanging baskets. Friends, turtle vine is easy to grow plant and which requires minimal care. Each of these varieties can be used as a cover plant to cover a patchy growth in the lawn. It is an evergreen creeper, and the propagation of turtle vine is effortless. That means it can be grown easily. Turtle vine starts best growth in spring season and has very slow growth in winters and in rainy season. Here in this video, I will discuss the information about turtle vine plant under following headings like soil requirement for the plant, propagation of the plant, water requirement and light requirement of the plant, fertilizer requirements of the plant, infestations in the plant, and also the maintenance of the plant. So let's see about the soil requirement for the plant. As plant is variety of succulent, it requires well draining soil and it should not hold water for longer time. So to create such soil or potting soil, you can take 1 part of garden soil, 1 part of compost, either vermicompost or cow dung compost, and 1 part of cocopeat. So to fill up the containers, you can mix this all medias and fill up the containers, as the plant is commonly grown in hanging baskets. So you can choose different kinds of hanging baskets, as nowadays they are available in various sizes and various shapes with different color shades also. But make sure it has good drainage system, and also you can grow this plant on cocodeema and on the ground as a ground cover. Nextly, talking about the propagation of the plant. Friends, propagation of turtle vine is effortless. You can grow this vine by simply cutting it into 2 to 3 inches of its stem, and directly you can plant or you can grow it in soil. I have propagated it by a small cutting. Just in this way, you can have a small cutting of the stem and you can just place it on the potting soil at the upper layer of the potting soil. And at each node of this leaf, there will be growth of the roots and the plant will get easily propagated. For early propagation, you can keep some part of cutting into water. Also, you can keep the cuttings of this turtle vine plant into a glass container. In this way, you can pour the water in a glass container and take a small cuttings of turtle vine plant, and then you can remove the leaves of the down part which will be dipped into the water. Removing of these leaves will prevent the rotting of these leaves, and the plant will survive for longer days. As you can see, the plant has already the aerial roots on its stems, so it will be surviving for more days in this water. You can add these cuttings into the water, and you can place many more cuttings into water, and this will look very beautiful. You can place this container in your drawing room on the ledges so that it will add on greenery to your drawing room. But take care that it will receive enough bright light. Let's see about the water requirements. Friends, as it belongs to succulents, it requires very less watering frequency. So care to be taken while watering the plant. Water the plant when the upper layer of the soil becomes dry. If overwatering is done, then it may lead to rotting of the root and the stem part near to the soil. Remember, it's better to keep control on watering, as turtle vine is drought tolerant. You can also water the plant by misting the plant with water. Let's see about the light requirements for the turtle vine plant. Turtle vine prefers shady areas and grows best in shady areas. If you will place this plant in sunlight, that is in direct sunlight, then it will have very less growth, and after some days the plant's color changes to yellowish and the plant ultimately dies. It cannot be grown in indoors for 2 to 3 days. You can keep them in indoors, and again you can keep it outside, that is it can be taken outdoors and in the shade, but the area should have enough bright light. Note, the plant struggles in direct sunlight. Let's see about the fertilizer requirements for the turtle vine plant. Turtle vine plant is not a heavy feeder in rainy season and winter days, but it requires feed at its growing phase, that is in spring season. So do not fertilize the plant in rainy and winter season. Start fertilizing the plant at arrival of spring season. You can use organic composts like vermicompost or cow dung compost, or also seaweed fertilizer for it. If you are using a chemical fertilizers, then you can use NPK and DAP occasionally. Use fertilizers twice a month. Let's talk about the infestations in the plant. Infestations in turtle vine plant is not much problem. Only the problem is attack of snails, as they destroy the plant. It can be done by removing them with clamps or by mechanical method. Let's see about the maintenance of the plant. It's easy to maintain plant and grows well with very less efforts. Regular trimming the plant with variety which grows dense is required. My plant does not grow much dense, so there is no need to trim it. But some varieties which grow very dense and bushier, they require trimming frequency. Some tips to grow turtle vine. Use well draining soil or potting soil. Avoid overwatering. Place the plant in shade and fertilize the plant on arrival of spring season. If like the turtle vine plant, then add it to your garden. It will not disappoint you. You will feel fresh looking at its lush green color. So add the plant in your balconies and shade areas in hanging baskets. Also you can cut the PVC pipes into half and you can cultivate the turtle vine cuttings into it. And also you can use it as a mulch for big plants in big containers as a mulch, and also you can add it into your lawn where there is patchy growth. It will cover the whole patchy areas in the lawn. The plant will cover the patch and it will look beautiful. Add this plant side by the water bodies in your gardens. It looks very beautiful. So this was all about the plant turtle vine. Hope you all liked the video. If felt some segment of the video is informative, then do subscribe the channel as it's absolutely free. As subscription will help the channel to grow. You can see that many people watch the videos but they don't subscribe the channel. But they are not subscribing the channel. You can see in this analytics shown in the screen that majority of people watch the video but they leave the channel without subscribing it. So do subscribe the channel and support me to spread information related to gardening and gardening products. Thanks for watching the video till end. Spread plants and save Mother Nature. If nature can give us, then why can't we?